Hello, squatties. Smiley here, back with the messy truth nobody in the UK media wants to touch with a 10-foot scepter. David Dimbleby, bless him, finally asked the question everyone's been whispering for decades. Could the British royal family actually be greedy? And honey, the Brits are livid. Let's not sugarcoat it. While the average Brit is stressing over bills, working overtime, or wondering if they'll ever afford a vacation that doesn't involve crying into a packet of crisps, the royals are living a fantasy. Private islands, champagne for breakfast, closets so big they probably need their own postcode, and let's not forget carefully staged photo ops that scream hard working while being the bare minimum of effort. And the public is done pretending these smiles equal contribution. One person put it perfectly. Think it's also worth examining how many days work a year they actually do, rather than bursts of activity carefully managed and revealed to give the appearance of more endeavor. Translation: lots of waving, some ribbon cutting, endless selfies, and taxpayers footing the bill for a lifestyle that doesn't even show up on a timesheet. And let's talk history, shall we? Someone else perfectly roasted them. It took the end of 2025 to realize that the British royal family is greedy, as if colonizing, killing, and looting almost the entire world was done for shits and giggles. Ouch, but accurate. Generations of stolen wealth and privilege stacked on top of taxpayers' cash, and now they expect gratitude for existing? Sorry, but smiles and etiquette classes do not equal moral authority. Oh, and we cannot skip the Starmer with a crown burn. He is not our king, has never once mentioned the grooming gang scandal that affected hundred thousands of English schoolgirls. He looked the other way. They still await justice. He is Starmer with a crown. I mean, ouch, but yes, a king who sits back, watches horrific abuse unfold, and says nothing? That is the definition of entitled, cushioned detachment. Meanwhile, average citizens are screaming for justice, funding services, and wondering if the crown has ever done an honest day's work. And then there's the brutally simple comment everyone should just tattoo on the royal family. Yep, greedy, entitled, vain, selfish. Short, savage, punches straight to the point. That's the monarchy in 2025, folks. Fancy hats, garden parties, and a lifestyle that only exists in movies, except in this case, the villain gets to live in Buckingham Palace rent-free. Speaking of money, let's talk value for cash. Prince William, King Charles and the gang, they've got properties, investments, inheritances, basically enough money to make Scrooge McDuck jealous. Meanwhile, schools crumble, hospitals overflow, infrastructure decays, and somehow we're supposed to pretend this is a service to the nation? Sweetheart, if this is service, I'll stick to washing dishes for a living, thank you very much. One commenter nailed it. The British royal family are awful. Smile to your face whilst robbing the people from much-needed infrastructure resources. They constantly take from us without giving anything. They are not value for money. They need to work and pay taxes same as us. Honestly, can you imagine showing up to your job every day, punching in, doing actual work, paying taxes, and then realizing a family living in palaces doesn't have to do any of that, yet gets the same applause for showing up to a garden party? Absurd. The public mood is finally boiling over. For decades, people bit their tongues, hoping polite respect would cover the glaring issues. But social media, blogs, and independent news have changed the game. Citizens are watching every royal move, counting the waves, the staged appearances, the fancy events, and thinking, wow, you call that hard work? My life is a mess, and I have receipts. And it's not just about the money, it's about morals, about integrity, about trust. A monarchy that ignores scandals, child abuse, corruption, shady dealings can't credibly ask for loyalty. It's not just tone deaf, it's toxic. And the Brits see right through it. They're done pretending these crowns represent anything noble. The monarchy in 2025 isn't a symbol of unity or culture, it's a gilded reminder of entitlement and excess. So what's next? Transparency, accountability, or a polite wave goodbye? Calls to abolish the monarchy aren't fringe anymore. People are demanding answers, opening the books and saying loudly, show us the receipts or step aside. Because at some point, fancy hats and royal PR stunts don't cut it. When your entire existence depends on taxpayer funds, you better hope your performance is measurable. And honey, the monarchy's performance score is laughable at best. Let's recap the truth. They look busy but aren't, live on historical exploitation and modern taxpayer cash, ignore pressing social issues, wave and smile for photo ops while real work languishes, and somehow still demand respect. And the public? They're angry, exhausted, and done playing nice. David Dimbleby might have asked if they're greedy, but the Brits already knew the answer. The Crown has been dining on the people's patience for centuries, and that patience is running out fast. If the monarchy doesn't start opening the books, proving value, and actually showing accountability, the calls to dismantle it aren't going away. People are tired of staged appearances that mask moral bankruptcy. They are tired of a gilded elite living off the sweat and taxes of ordinary citizens. And honestly, can you blame them? And let's not forget the optics of luxury while the country struggles. While families are deciding between heating the house or feeding the kids, the royals are redecorating palaces, throwing lavish parties, and traveling first class for every engagement that could easily be a Zoom call. It's almost insulting, like they're saying, yes, we see you struggling, and yes, we are still going to live like gods while applauding ourselves for showing up for a photo op. That's not leadership, that's literally grifting in a crown. And the funniest part is they somehow act shocked when people finally call them greedy. The audacity. For centuries, the monarchy has existed as untouchable, untaxed, and unaccountable. And now that the public is saying, hey, maybe it's time to check your bank statements, they clutch their pearls like victims. Sweetheart, you built this system. You designed a life of entitlement and inherited wealth, and now the people are noticing. Maybe it's time to trade the crowns for some humility, or better yet, a proper 9 to 5 like the rest of us. The monarchy in 2025, still smiling, still waving, still living rent-free in palaces while the average citizen struggles, still avoiding real work, and still thinking a fancy title somehow excuses centuries of greed. Meanwhile, the public is screaming for justice, transparency, and value for money. And if the royals can't deliver, well, maybe it's finally time for the crown to hang up the hat for good. So, there you have it. The truth no amount of garden parties, hats, or royal PR can hide. The monarchy is greedy, out of touch, and increasingly irrelevant. The Brits are tired, they're angry, and the days of pretending this gilded circus is somehow good for the nation are over. If the crown doesn't step up, history might finally do what centuries of polite society couldn't: call them out for exactly what they are. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and see you on the next video.